Hey everybody, it's been a while since I made one of these videos, but felt like the need to do another album commentary video. And today I want to talk about the 2014 release by myself and Zachary Biggs called The Neverending Album Chapter 1. And before I get into the album and actually start playing the album in the background and talk about the songs, I want to explain the title. Our last release was in 2010, an EP called Long Hot Summer, and me and Zach, we collaborate a lot, and then we don't, and then we get back to it, and we don't. We just kind of ebb and flow. So we had a couple years where we didn't make any music together, and we had very amount of contact. He living in Austin, me in Michigan, Austin, Texas, that is, and then me in Michigan. Um, but 2014, we decided to make another album, and we decided to go back to our roots. We both recorded our parts on our 4 tracks. Actually, it was one of my last 4-track recordings I'd ever made since after my 4-track had kicked the bucket, my old Tascam 424. So we decided we wanted to make really tripped out 4-track recordings like we used to, and with the years of recording, and then at that point we'd been recording digitally. And we learned a lot more since our 4-track heyday. So we thought we could even get even crazier with it, and I'll explain more about that once I get into the tracks. But yeah, the title basically means any collection of songs that we come up with that are varied and dense and kind of hop around from genre to style or different production techniques. It's kind of like a mishmash, like a variety style album, and we kind of look at those as like the Neverending Album. So this was chapter 1, and then once we had more material that kind of felt like that again later in 2020, we had chapter 2, and we may or may not be working on chapter 3 right now as we speak. So anyways, I want to get into the music, so let me start the album now. The first song is My Plant Doesn't Grow. It's a song that Zach wrote, and it's a very tripped out song. Let me see if I can turn it up a little bit more. You can't really hear it now, but there's a section playing right now. I discovered some weird things with my 4-track, like if I panned everything to either the left or the right, and I turned up the mic gain on the track I was recording on, it would pick up like these almost like when you're dialing through an AM radio, you get those weird frequencies that as you change the channel. It would do that, and it would distort whatever I was tracking. The other thing that I discovered at this point in time was using my EQ. The EQ knobs on a 4-track are very primitive. You get highs, mids, and lows, and that's it. Just the 3. Adjust it as you wish while mixing. But I discovered by turning up and down the high and the low simultaneously, you get like a wah-wah like effect. So I think you're not going to be able to hear it, but if you listen to the record, you'll hear it. But this is a really tripped out song. I think this song right here sets the tone for what I was talking about before, where we were just wanting to push our 4-track abilities to the limit and kind of just get really trippy with the sounds. Both me and Zach are lovers of delay pedals, and there's lots of crazy delay going on in this outro section of the song, but I want to move on. When We Go is another one of Zach's crazy songs, and my overdubs are backwards backing vocals, and it sounds like a demented lunatic with a microphone. It's crazy. You'll probably hear it as I'm talking. I'm just gonna let the album play in the background. But it's just a really cool, trippy song, and for me, it highlights Zach's abilities as a lyric writer. I think Zach's lyrics are amazing. He's been talking about printing up a book of just his lyrics because they read like poetry, and he definitely possesses that gift that I do not. I am very much the opposite when it comes to writing lyrics. I am the king of the 4-line verse and 1-line chorus, and that's it. Musically, I can come up with pieces forever, but lyrically, it's a different story. And you might be able to hear some of the crazy backing vocals I was talking about. So I want to move on. I'm not going to talk about every song, but actually, I'm going to change this. I want to go to the songs that I'm going to talk about. So, as I was saying, for these Neverending albums, we kind of want to put all the songs where we explore different sounds and styles and everything. And this song, "Stood Alone," is, I would say, like a mid '90s R&B style song. Very much sounds like mid '90s R&B music, but on acid. So it's like R. Kelly on acid or something, genuine on acid. And I think it's a beautiful song. It's another song that Zach wrote. This record, I wrote a few things musically, but nothing really lyrically. But this is one of his songs, and I just think it's a beautiful piece of music. Let's see. "Takes One to Know One" is another cool one. That's one of my songs, and I really like what Zach did with it, and it just shows to anyone that listens that Zach is a very talented musician, and when the two of us get together and make music, it's I don't know, it's not to be cliche, but it's magical. I mean, I've collaborated with a bunch of people over the years, but me and Zach have something that I just I don't know. It's hard to describe. You hear it if you listen to the music, and hopefully my blabbling about this record will make you want to investigate it. So now I want to move to "Can't Let Go." This is another song of actually musically, this is all me, but Zach fed it through his sampler, his MPC, and cut it all up, and made this really crazy, dark, kind of hip hop song out of it. And I love the sound of it, even though it's technically the most lo-fi sounding song on the album. It's very distorted, and we were definitely pushing our 4 tracks to the absolute limit. And I think if you listen to the song, you'll hear what I'm saying. But I just love it, and this song also uses that wah-wah like technique that I was talking about with the drums. At some point, you'll hear it. But I just remember when we were recording all this stuff, just being really happy, and just knowing that we were coming up with something that was really, really cool, and not like the stuff we'd done in the past. And I just thought we were going to keep going forever and ever and ever after that point, and we kind of took a break after that. But now we're back even stronger than ever. We've already released 4 albums this year, and there's at least 2 right now that are in the works right now due to my Song a Day challenge that's going on. I've sent Zach about 20 songs for him to get to work on and do some cool stuff too. And I think he's actually doing that tonight. So as I'm talking about our music, he's working on future music of ours. A few more songs I want to talk about. Actually, I want to talk about this song, which is very loud. This song is another one of Zach's cut-ups of mine, which is pretty much, I sent a guitar instrumental, this really dreamy, Brian Eno-esque guitar track, and he had chopped it up and put some drum machine stuff over it, and took a bunch of samples. There was a John Frusciante sample from the movie Funky Monks, where he's talking about being in the 4th dimension. And I definitely feel that our music is of that feeling that John talks about. And I think it's cool that Zach chose that sample, because it kind of, honestly, if it wasn't for John Frusciante's music, we wouldn't be making music, because we met on a John Frusciante forum in like 2002 or 3, and then 2004 we started making this music together, long distance, and we're still going strong. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here really quick. I know this is kind of I'm just kind of rambling off the top of my head while I talk about this record, I don't have a script or anything like that, so I just kind of want to come pure from the heart and just if I'm feeling it, I just turn the camera on and I just go. So as you can see my drums and my guitar over there somewhere. I don't know where. I'm surrounded by music. I just got done recording. I recorded 2 songs today that I sent off to Zach for potential chapter 3 material or whatever else. I know that we're kind of, right now the loose concept is there's going to be one kind of like rock oriented album and a crazier album. And when I hear crazier album, I kind of think it could probably be another chapter in the Neverending Album series. So yeah, thanks so much for watching this and the previous videos. I said hopefully I'm gonna keep doing these more regularly, and I will leave the link below in the description for this album and for chapter 2, which at some point I will definitely talk about, because this Neverending series is very cool to me, and it's produced some of my personal favorite Chris Oliver Zachary Biggs songs. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope this inspires you to go check out the music. Thank you so much.